we have double packages from one of the greatest RC car race manufacturers in the world, Tekno RC. What is up, guys? My name is Mark Santamaria. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the RC vlog, guys. I'm gonna be really busy for the next about 6 hours. Actually, I know what this is. I know what both these are. Let's open the fun one first. In this box is the new, latest and greatest nitro buggy to hit the market. This thing is gonna be insane. I am super stoked. I recently just broken a new nitro engine. It's actually for this car. I just didn't tell you guys. But in here, guys, oh man, is the new Tekno NB48 2.2. Whoa, jeez. Oh my goodness. This thing is so sick. So the biggest change in the 2.2, it has the new revised -2mm rear hubs and spindles. Also the -2mm front and rear bulkheads. What that does, it actually lowers the center of gravity on the chassis. And I know it's -2mm, it doesn't sound like much, but true story, guys. I actually broke the -4 offset on my short course, and I accidentally replaced it with I think it was either a -2 or a 0 offset gearbox in the back. And it completely changed the car, like completely. So I imagine these new -2 revised pieces are gonna completely change it also. It's gonna be night and day different. On the front, it has a really cool, like, it looks like, I guess this is like an engineering picture of the brand new NB48 2.2. This is an A-scale nitro buggy. And A-scale nitro buggy is definitely the most competitive racing class, I think, probably ever. When it comes to off-road racing, it's where you want to be. On the bottom, it has a really cool side profile. Again, I don't know, these are like, that's like the body and the wheels are clear. You can see the chassis. This is actually the first time they've done a box like this. This is actually pretty sick. Yeah, on the other ones, it was like a chassis, but on this one, it has the body on top and it's like a see-through body. It's actually pretty cool. Cool flavor. And then on the side, it has the new features. New split design 775 CNC machine shock towers. New 93.5mm rear universal drive shafts. New precision molded shock pistons and guides. I am going to build it with these stock pistons and guides. Just see how it is. I run some high rebound shock pistons on my other car, the MIPs. We're going to try these, the stock ones, see how they are. New reduced Ackerman spindle plates. New adjustable sway bar, dead band bushings. Revised -2, there it is. Revised -2 front and rear bulkheads. Revised -2 LRC/HRC rear hubs, revised -2 LRC spindles, low roll center, revised shock standoffs, revised inner hinge pin sleeves, revised front and rear arms with steel outer hinge pin sleeves, revised box setup. So there's enough revised on this where it's probably a better idea just to get the brand new one instead of upgrade your 2.2 or your 2.1. Because I believe there's actually an update to the chassis too, but we'll find out whenever we bust this thing out of the box. On the side, it has a cool Tekno logo. Actually, both sides has a cool Tekno logo. And on the bottom, it tells you all about what you need to complete this kit, your tools and everything else. Very, very cool. Let's bust this thing out of the box. I lied. Before we bust this thing out of the box, we're gonna open this other package because there's something cool in here too that I'm really excited about. This one has a bunch of parts in it. I got some short course wheels. Those short course wheels are pretty sick. Then I got a new chassis. I guess I thought I needed a new chassis on my e-buggy. Oh yeah, and these are just all parts that I know I need, and I load up in my cart, and then I'll hit submit like at the end of the month. But this is the cool stuff. These are the new shock towers. So this is the new front and rear shock towers. These are the split shock towers. These actually come on the 2.2, but I'm going to put them on my e-buggy because I don't have a 2.2 e-buggy yet. So these will be on the new kit we're about to build, but again, these are for my e-buggy. Right here, guys, this guy. This is the new 17mm wheel wrench, and it's got the long shank. So I'm going to put this together so you guys can see this real quick, because this might not seem like a big deal to you guys who just run A-scale all the time. But for us monster truck guys, this was a huge deal. So here is the new wheel wrench. This is the old one. Look at how different the shank is. Look how much longer this shank is. Also, the handle's slightly different. It looks like the new handle is kind of like a matte finish, where the old handle is like a shiny finish. But yeah, on monster truck wheels, this shank wasn't big enough to get to the wheel nut. Now this one is definitely big enough. So you'll be able to use this on like X-Maxes and things like that. I was really excited when Tekno releases, so I picked up a couple. Very, very cool. This is an awesome wheel wrench, guys. I'll put a link in the description below. Alright guys, I'm about to get in the Mega Zone. It's about 10 o'clock at night. I'm ready for bed, but instead, am I a poet and I didn't know it? We are going to go to town on building. I'm just going to get in the zone. I'm going to put on a movie and just start building. I'm thinking less than 5 hours. 4.5 of which would be me opening this box. I knew it. I think this was a running change. I don't think this is like an official change, but look right there on the chassis. Actually, I'll just take it out of the package so you can see it. Right there, you see that little indentation there? That is to accommodate for the -2 gearboxes. I thought I remembered people like dremeling that thing out to get the -2 gearboxes on it before. I think that's a running change. I think anyone who bought a relatively new NB got that, but my NB did not have that little notch right there. Very cool. All right, let's get to building. All right, guys, so I have the car actually looking like a car now. I put the front and rear clips on. To speed this build process up, I'm gonna take everything out of the middle here and basically just put it on here. I already know all this is set up correctly, so it's just gonna be much easier. Rerouting all my wires and things like that. Redoing the electronics can take a lot of time. I really just wanna get this thing on the track, and I would route it just the exact same anyways. I do have another thing super special coming in this area right here that isn't here yet, so I'm gonna completely rebuild the radio tray when that comes in. But yeah, we're just gonna move all this stuff in the middle over to here. Oh man, she is all done, guys. Okay, I keep going back and forth on whether I want to run the shocks that I know work on my 2.1 or run the new ones. I am gonna run the new ones, so I'm gonna take these off, build the new ones, because the new ones have some revised piston and guides. I want to try them out. I feel like I owe that to you guys. So we are not gonna throw those on yet. We're gonna throw them on a future video, test those out when we go to the track. We're not gonna go to the track today, but this thing turned out super freaking sick. I kept the body on there because I just think the body looks good, but I'll take it off so you guys can see. There she is, guys. Oh man, Tekno has really figured out, they have really solved the problem on free-flowing suspension. I have never seen, and this is the old one, I mean the new one flows just as fast, if not even better. Nothing binds. This thing is super free-flowing, but they did make a couple of adjustments with the arms on the outer. Now they have sleeves in here. Before they didn't have sleeves inside. So now they have like steel guided sleeves, which makes it move even better. Also, another thing they didn't mention is they do have the 21-degree spindle carriers now over to the 18. I actually have these that I was going to put on this. I just never did because this one works really well. These obviously probably work better, but we'll find out for sure. The split shock tower is really, really cool. This is the old shock tower. This is the new split shock tower. Now, the only thing that's strange is I'm used to picking up my car like this and my thumb grabbing onto the top. Well, I can't do it now. Now, with that said, this is designed to flex to improve handling. I haven't tried them before, but we're gonna try them really, really soon. But that is the new split shock tower. They have it on the rear also. There is the old rear shock tower. Now, there aren't as many options. However, I never really used all the options anyways, so this makes it simpler to me, and simple is better in my opinion. The new adjustable sway bars, it kind of threw me off guard because you actually mount this little sway bar bushing thing, this piece right here, the mount, you mount it outside. So here's the old one where it mounted inside the bearing. This one mounts the other way, and there's a little bushing on the inside that kind of sits inside this diff case. I can imagine it's better because I have popped these off before and these bearings come out, but this is very, very interesting. But that's what the new sway bar change looks like. The -2mm stuff, you're not gonna be able to see it, but it definitely lowered it. I showed you that little divot in the chassis. If that divot in the chassis wasn't there, it would actually be hitting the chassis. Definitely got a lower center of gravity. Super stoked about that. The revised shock standoffs, you can see these are the new shock standoffs. Those are the old ones. You can see that they're a little bit longer, so they come out a little bit further, which is nice because it actually makes the shock stand up more, which is good. It's better for the motion for sure. Now, I don't have a full box setup on this, but I will once I change the shocks back. But I'm really curious to see how the new revised box setup is. But guys, that is the new Tekno NB48 2.2. I am super stoked to run this thing. Look at that brand new Ultimate engine. Oh, I can't express how awesome Tekno builds are, guys. They are so easy. Everything comes together so well. And just in regards to the car, guys, back in the day, you didn't find nitro buggies with universals. I think there was maybe one on the market. Universals used to be a big time upgrade. Now with the new Tekno buggy, universals all the way around. Now they updated these rear ones. I believe they're just a little bit thicker. They had it on the 2.1, but the fact that this buggy comes with everything it comes with for the price is absolutely insane. Whew. I'm excited, guys, to be back in nitro buggy. Super stoked. Make sure you like and subscribe, guys, because we will be taking this thing to the track, and I'll give you the full review on how I feel like it handles over the older one. And then I'll tell you guys all about the adjustments I made, and then of course we'll be taking it to the races. Well, I hope you liked this video, guys. If you did, smash the like button, subscribe to my channel, turn on the notification bell, and you guys will see me next time. Later, guys.